I think in order to be good at anything, you must be consistent. Like, I literally been DJing since I was 9 years old. I did my first professional gig at the age of 9. And I would do this shit every single day. To the point where he would piss my pop off because he was like, yo, be a normal kid, go outside. And I wouldn't do it. Even when I would hooky school, man, I would leave the crib, come back, and spend hours perfecting my craft, man. Consistency is everything. Because look, man, at 51, I'm still here doing my thing. Consistency, man. Word. Word.
What's going on, people? This is the
Yo Cuz 215 podcast.
The realest podcast in the city.
You know.
We back with a special edition, man.
Special edition, y'all.
Who we got today, man?
Oh, man. In my mind, we got a legend.
A legend.
We got a legend, man.
Philly legend.
A Philly legend. He's been DJing for like 4 decades.
Longer than I've been alive.
All of us. All of us, you know.
The man, the myth.
The man, the myth. I'll call him Mr. B.
Mr. B.
But a lot of people call him Black. A lot of people call him Blaak Tha Knife Man. This guy's been overseas, DJ, opening up for the legendary DJs. Man, without further ado, man, give it up for Blaak Tha Knife Man.
Right.
Give it up for DJ.
Man, you our first guest, Mr. B.
My pleasure, man. My pleasure. It's an honor, blessing. Like I said, it's a pleasure.
Yeah,
hands down, man. I just want to say, yo, what y'all about to embark on is amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The first, I got they'll bless me with the first episode.
Exclusive.
And
Nobody see
no one
that
saw it yet. He was like, Mr. B, about to send you something. I'm like, okay. And I was like, all right, cool. I'm not going to watch it. He sent it to me kind of late. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to check it out on my way into work. And I catch the regional on the way to work. So that's a nice little husky ride. And it's quiet on there. And I'm laughing. And I'm like, they're going to put me off this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm laughing. But it was dope because, first of all, knowing you guys and y'all history, that's what made it really dope. I mean, and then the connection with you two is amazing.
My right hand.
Now, granted, you know, you can be tight with somebody, know somebody forever, but this ain't fabricated. It wasn't forced. It was a genuine look, and I enjoyed it from beginning to end, from the topics on down to y'all actually put in a situation that y'all had that I was aware of on Front Street and was brutally honest, and I thought that was extremely dope. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I've been looking forward to this. When I was told I was going to be asked to be a guest, I didn't know when, but to be the first, yeah, man, salute to you guys, man. I'm proud of y'all.
Yo, cuz history right now, man.
Hands down.
We keeping it old school, new school, everything, man. We not just. I know we the young bucks of the world, you know what I mean?
Sure.
But we got to pay respect and pay homage.
And I appreciate that. And that's one of the things that's lacking.
Right.
That's lacking. You know what I mean? Because in order for this whole situation, for this thing to work, you gotta bridge the gap. And part of the problem is, cats like myself, like I'll be 55 in a couple weeks.
Damn.
Come on, Kevin. I'll be 55 in a couple weeks, and the difference is, like, when you guys were growing up, y'all had OGs. Y'all had old heads. You know what I'm saying? In places of, you know, fathers, if they were or weren't there. And nowadays you don't have that. Like, the old head is like treated like a dope head. He's not respected. He's treated like a has-been. But at the same time, on that part, you got a lot of old heads who don't talk to the youth. They talk at them.
Why you think it's that?
Because a lot of quote unquote old heads are stuck in their ways, and then a lot of them they still stuck in their second childhood. You dig what I mean? So I got a saying that I say this to everybody. I've been saying it to my sons, and I say it to anybody who I've ever had an impact on. You can't win today's game with yesterday's points. You know what I'm saying? So what you did back in the day don't mean shit What you're doing right now is what matters. You know what I mean? So that right there holds a lot of weight. How can you tell me what I should be doing if you ain't doing nothing right now?
And before you go, because I know we had a list of questions to ask, but just because he went on that topic, because we actually spoke about this on one of the episodes. It's funny that he brought that up, like a pure, authentic, one even episode that he's seen. But I just wanted to ask, like you said, these young boys ain't got no old heads, but I was talking to Lil about this. I'm like, well, ain't that kind of our fault, because we are the new old heads for this generation, whether they hard-headed or not. When we had y'all to look up to, y'all ain't, there was no nonsense. You know what I mean? Like, we ain't know who was watching who was going to go back and tell mom, who was going to go back and tell my pop. So we was always on our P's and Q's and respectful. But us as the new old heads, it's just like, is that kind of our fault? Or did we drop the ball or what?
I don't want to say y'all dropped the ball. What I will say is it's kind of hard when it starts at home. It starts at home, man. Old heads was just an extension.
True.
Y'all an extension. It's not for y'all to raise these cats out here. It's not for these sisters out here to raise these girls. And when you have no regard for life and no regard for consequences, it's kind of hard to talk to somebody that got their mind made up. You know what I mean? So with that, I'm not gonna say it's your fault. It's just different, man.
Yeah.
It's different. Like when you why should I listen to a parent when social media is raising me?
That's true.
So a lot of times I say like social media helped but hurt more than it helped. And that's what a lot of things. A lot of things. You know what I mean? You ask the average kid today what they want to be or goals, they don't have a clue what a goal is. Y'all actually knew what y'all wanted to, kind of had an idea.
At least the direction we wanted.
Right. Yeah. You know what I mean? These youngins don't have no motion.
And a lot of our direction was based around getting money. Like that was
right.
the goal.
Right.
These young boys nowadays, they just want to catch record and make a name for themselves.
They don't care about no bread, getting fly, getting that chicks.
All over.
None of that. And it's like, it's weird to me because I'm like, even from my era, growing up, like, we the first era of fly. You know what I'm saying? Like, my fly started in the 80s when it was like, it was money on the floor. It was money on the floor. You know what I mean? Hustlers. Cats was just about bread, getting fly, chicks, looking fly. If you was fly, your girl was fly. It was a match.
There wasn't a lot of haters back then either.
Nah, because
everybody eat. Everybody eats.
No, the thing with that, absolutely. The thing with that back then, it was like, there was morals and codes. Like even with my short stint in the street, I did like 2 years stint in the street, but I always kept a job. Even with my 2 years stint in the street, it was all about getting money, getting fly, staying out the way, and respecting the code and the morals of the game. And there's none of that. None of that. Like, I come from the era, like, if you hustle, we ain't hustle on those Sundays. You did not hustle on a Sunday. It was just a respect. Like, what went on the wire, that was real.
That was real.
That was very real. You didn't hustle on a Sunday. You didn't sell to nobody's mother that you knew. You didn't sell to no pregnant women. You didn't sell to no kids. You didn't sell to young girls that you knew. You know what I mean? And if there was an issue, you dealt with it accordingly. There was a conversation. It was a conversation. And then if a conversation couldn't be had, all right, we exhaust every option. Now we're going to do what we got to do.
Gotcha.
But it wasn't just, I'm going
to wake up.
I'm going to wake up. Yeah, that's crazy because doing that, you messing up money for everybody. And you just said a little back in the day was everybody eats. I remember being on the stoop where it was a situation where like, all right, you get this one, I get the next one. You share the bread. You share the bread. The
Right,
young
like
boys
break it
weren't
down
allowed
at
to
the
come
end
on
of
the block until after the officials was done. And it was rules. It's like, all right, once we done, don't blow up the block. I mean, don't sell no dummies. Don't bring no attention to the block. And if you get caught doing some dumb shit,
It's on you.
You getting ran off the block. You can't come back to the block. You can't come back. And now it's just like they don't have block rules. It's like these dudes just don't get no bread. Like, how you don't like getting no money? How you like being dirty? That's crazy to me.
It's all about the Pooh Shiesty, your Nike Tech, and some New Balances. That's it.
That's it.
Or Under Armour. Like, that's it. And I be telling them, I say, yo, when y'all be walking and all that all black, y'all niggas look like y'all stink.
And
they do be.
They really stink. That's crazy. But even coming from my era to your era, it was like the fly elevated. You dig what I'm saying? The fly got a little more expensive. Like my era, if you was able to go to Jersey and buy Gucci's, you was that bull.
I think our era was better than your era.
That's what he said.
It elevated. It did elevate. Yeah. The fly elevated. It got a little more expensive. I mean, I wouldn't wear a lot of shit y'all was wearing. You know what I mean? But even like I say, even with that, like we had our share of goofy shit.
Right.
We had our share of goofy shit.
Like you look back and laugh at like, damn,
absolutely.
I really had a
shit
5X t-shirt.
Right. And that's the thing, like,
I thought you was killing it.
Like y'all to think about that, y'all hats was mad big, shirts mad big,
long
jeans
chains,
mad big,
jeans.
But see, at the same time, it was fly. It was fly, and then with saying that, your identity was distinctive. You might have had the same stuff on, but nobody looked alike.
That part.
Same thing with the music. The music from my era, even into your era, up until now, it was distinctive. Everybody was dope, but you can tell, okay, that's Dipset, that's Rockefeller, that's Cash Money. Everybody had their own distinctive sound. Now it's like everybody has one sound, and
I agree with that.
It's kind of like regurgitating the same shit. Everybody chasing it. It's like smoking crack. Everybody chasing the same high over and over to that get back. And it's like, what are we doing?
I'm glad you drove over to that lane with the music because you got the question correct.
Yeah, I would just say like basically like with that, like you said, being fly in the 80s and all that cool stuff. Like, how did you get into the music scene?
Well, again, I've been doing this 43 plus years professionally. I did my first gig, my first paying gig at the age of 9. It was a class party.
Dang.
I got like $50. You couldn't tell me nothing.
Yeah, 9, I bet.
So we talking about, I'm 9 years old, and I used my pop set. He brought it to the school, so it blew the kid's mind away. Like, damn, he really do this. I'm telling him that's what I do. So from there, like I said, it goes back to goals. My role model back then was my father. I watched everything he did, and to the point where I would emulate this dude. My pop would come home from work, and he would lay his clothes out. I thought that shit was so dope. He would lay out like 3 shirts, 3 dress shirts, 3 pairs of slacks, 3 pairs of shoes, 3 ties, and 2 jackets just in case. And he would just lay that shit out, go and shave. So I watch him shave. So I learned how to shave watching my pop. And I'm like, that shit's the coolest shit. And every day he would just go to work. But then after he would do that, he would come downstairs and he would just play music. So everything my father did, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be, it's ill. I wanted to be 2 things. And I knew there's 2 things I wanted to be when I was 7 years old. I wanted to be a dad and I wanted to be a DJ.
You didn't want to be a doctor?
Nah. I mean, it's like I don't have that same cliche story. It wasn't no Motown played in my crib. Nah, I didn't grow up with, and that's what you usually hear. Oh, I heard Stevie Wonder growing up. And that's no diss to anybody. But I grew up listening to a lot of jazz music. So I grew up, I would go to sleep to jazz or wake up to jazz. So that's why my music palette is what it is.
So broad, yeah.
I can play anything and play anywhere because my father played everything. So I was exposed to everything. Not just music, but cultures, books, had me reading everything early. So like I had a real active dad in the crib. But at the same time I had an encouraging mother. My mom was really big on like support. If that's what he wanted to do, we're gonna support it. My pop did not want me to be a DJ at all.
Why do you think that?
Well, going back to my origins, I was born in Florida. I have no recollection of Florida. I have ties to Brooklyn and Mount Vernon, but I was raised in Philadelphia. When we moved from Florida, my father was supposed to get a job at the legendary station WBLS as a DJ. But he got a better offer when we came to Philly. It was supposed to be with WDAS. That didn't pan out. So he ended up owning a record store in Princeton, New Jersey.
Well, that's tough.
That's tough, yeah.
Then he got with another guy and partnered up with him, and they ran one of the biggest record distributors in Philadelphia, Universal Records, 919 North Broad Street. That particular venue used to be owned by Kenny Gamble and Leon Huff, Philly International. Like a lot of their early recordings were recorded at their studio. Like there's a picture, what's a group called the Ambassadors. They recorded that song, their album, in my father's office.
That's tough.
My pop and his best friend Norman, they both have passed on. Said, okay, we're gonna open up a distributor. Now with a record distributor is actually a place where anytime somebody releases an album, these records are distributed worldwide. Record stores everywhere. You have to come to my dad to get your stuff.
So it's like kind of not like owning the masses, but like he pressed it.
Not even it wasn't it was a distributor.
Gotcha.
Like you got everything from him. Like if the new Public Enemy was out, let's just say, okay.
Like for example, like Rockefeller Def Jam. It's a 50-50 joint.
It's like this.
We Rockefeller, but Def Jam, y'all distribute our shit.
Right. You got to come through us to get your stuff. So what it was is, if let's just say Jay got a new release, you got to get it from my dad. You got to get it. Def Jam is going to ship it to my father. They're going to have a A&R person to listen to it first. Then they do what's called a promo run, and they send it to all the radio stations. And the radio stations listen to it, give it a play, see if it's worthy. Then it goes out everywhere. If it tests well, it goes out everywhere. But you had to come through my dad first.
So your dad was the man.
You had to come through my father and Norman and his man Norman first. So anytime something was released brand new, I would have it 3 weeks to a month beforehand. So let's just say this new Drake album that's about to drop, I would have it already. I would have it already. That's the one up I had up on a lot of cats who was doing this DJ shit. I have records before anybody. Exactly. And back then it was all vinyl. It was no mixtapes, none of that stuff.
Okay.
So if it came through, I had it first. And like I said, I knew what I wanted to do because like you said, I looked at my pop like, that's the man. He was loved, respected. He had power, but he was one of the most humble people I've ever met. And the illest thing about that is I've never known this man to have an enemy. That's weird as shit.
Yeah, everybody like you.
I've never known him to ever have an enemy. And everybody I talk to this day, even if you did, you kept it quiet because you was going to be looked at weird like, you got an issue with Big Kurt? For real? That man employed his entire neighborhood. He gave every young dude a job in his neighborhood. If you lived between 48th and Westminster, from the top of, Market, all the way down to 46th Street Projects. You worked at Universal Records.
And what year frame was what time frame is this around?
This is in the 80s. My dad was employing everybody. He didn't care. Like, you came home from jail, I give you a job.
So you from West Philly?
Yeah.
Okay. What part of West Philly you claim?
I claim 48th and Westminster. West Philly, Mill Creek. So I'm in the middle.
Yeah,
I'm dead in the middle.
Dead in the middle.
I'm dead in the middle. I'm between, it's like, I was cool with cats from 49th Street and 49th and Hoops, but I was cool for everybody from the high rise on 46th Street. I ain't had no problems. I had no problems walking to Dusty. That's how you can tell I'm old. When you talk about that long walk past the high rises to West Philly, I walk to Dusty's with no issues. I can walk past the high rises with no problems.
See, people they just think about 46th Street. They forget about the other high rises.
Oh yeah.
Like they forget about them. Like they got tore down first.
Them tall boys.
Yeah.
That was the thing. Like if you wasn't official, you wasn't walking past. You would have to walk around the other way, and you would have to walk past. What was that? Salisbury.
Yeah.
You had to walk the other way around Salisbury, which was the long way. And even walking past Salisbury, you was gonna get chased. Either way. But if you go past them Dusty, if you walk that Dusty, which was like, the Dusty wasn't nothing but walking from the L past the projects. It still was the longest walk ever. And it was real. Like, if you couldn't rumble, you weren't official, you was done. And you was getting touched every day. So you would be out there rumbling every day, unless it was something about you that stood out. I didn't have a whole lot of fights because one, everybody knew my dad. I was on my DJ shit, and I was young. I was still young, you know what I mean? But they was like, that's Big Curse, son. And everybody knew me, and all my old heads was thorough back then.
Right.
But even with that, my old heads was like, don't get comfortable. So you still gotta know how to fight.
You definitely had a couple heads out there.
So it was days where, I would get tested, because even with the 80s, that's the era of JBM. So on the corner of my block, there was a brother named Eddie Magic who owned that corner store. That was JBM.
So JBM was really big back then?
Bruh. It was real.
I never heard stories.
All the stories you hear are very, very real.
I dated somebody out there from JBM. Like,
you know what I'm saying? It's
on time right now.
Like my man used to, the corner store that used to be on the corner of my block, they used to be on 900 block of Fallon Street. I moved there in 1979, and they took over that. They actually muscled that store from a Jamaican brother named Rashid.
Okay.
And they took over the store, and it was different. Candy was different, but the cars was different. The money that was coming around was different. The girls was different. It was no longer a corner store. It was a headquarters.
How about distribution?
You know what I'm saying?
This is where we go back to distribution, y'all.
But even with that, it was a thing where they kept it innocent for the kids.
Okay.
Games and stuff. Like nothing was done. Like I said, like any issues were never done on that block. You know what I'm saying? Because they did respect the fact that 900 block of Fallon Street was a family block. I lived on a block where there were working fathers. It was about 4. It was about 4, but there were 4 working fathers on the block. But there were families on the block. Like my block was considered middle class. I ain't grew up with no hard times. I'm not gonna hold you. I was traveling early as a kid. You know what I'm saying? With my pop being who he was, we was catching flights because my pop was going to different countries, doing deals, getting records and stuff like that, doing deals in Japan. So I was on planes early. The difference is my dad would come home from work with all that shit and still sit down on the block with a drink and a beer and do homework with kids.
So that's tough.
They would come on the block, they would come on my steps and just sit there. My mom had my pop drink pulled. You have a cold beer and just sit on the step. And the kids would just pour to my steps and just do homework.
He was like your neighbor.
Right, he was a neighborhood dad.
Hero, yeah.
So that's where I get that from. But even still, I looked at the dudes who had that store. I looked at my dad no different. Because if you peep like a movie, who's the movie? Damn. It was the movie with the cat Sonny. And his son looked at Sonny as the big dude.
That's
Blaak
Tha.
He looked at, he said the working man's a sucker. Because he looked at Sonny, he was respecting everybody, loved him. Everybody loved Eddie Magic and respected him. So everybody loved my dad and respected him as well. So it is a balance. So I got the best of both worlds.
Get to see.
I got the best of both worlds. So seeing that, and then it's like, I'm getting 2 schoolers. Street smart, streets, and the basic shit. Regular living life shit. And I got that from my dad and Eddie Magic.
I want to take it back real fast. So you said you got your first team gig at 9, right? So as far as, first of all, that's crazy. But from that point to when you made it on tour and all that cool stuff, like how did you get the name B9 and or whatever they was calling you? Like how did you get your name?
Okay, originally my name was Shorty Blaak. I got my name Shorty Blaak because this goes back again to the 80s. It wasn't cool to be dark skinned. It was not cool to be dark skinned. It was not cool to be a dark skinned dude because I was a light skinned era. So we're talking about the barge. I'm dating myself right now. So we're talking about the barge. All the light skinned dudes was winning. And if you was a dark skinned dude, you was everything. Oh, baby.
Was you fight for what?
Who?
Was he?
Nah. You gotta think about it, like Wesley Snipes didn't come down to like, we talk about the 90s. The 90s. In the 80s, nah. Last Dragon Ball, if you was a light-skinned cat, you was winning. Brown skin, nah. If you was dark skin, you really wasn't winning.
Right.
You wasn't, because back then it was all about good hair and all that shit. Light-skinned dudes with good hair. So, right. But see, but then it got I had this thing. I never had an issue with my complexion. And plus my mom was so thorough. My mom was so thorough. She was like, first of all, I was short. Short. I've been the same height since I was like 13. You know what I'm saying? So I knew I wasn't growing, but I got to get money. I was funny. I was fly as shit. And I'm not a bad looking cat. So my mother used to be like, yo, use that shit to your advantage. They call you short. They call me black. Use it to your advantage. Shorty Blaak. So I remember a guy calling me, we was talking. Plus I know how to talk shit. I talk shit heavy. And I was like, yeah, you short black motherfucker. I'm like, yeah, that's right, Shorty motherfucking Blaak. And it stuck.
I like it.
It stuck.
I like it. You talking more shit than me?
I can run with you, bro. I can run with you, bro. Can I win?
You could get one?
Come on, man.
Come on, Mr. B. You know me for a long time.
I know you for a long time, but we never got into it.
Yeah, I'm not like that. I'm
saying, my thing is, we never got into a thing where there was a shit talking match. But I get busy.
All right.
But see, the difference is,
keep on drinking.
The thing is,
keep on drinking. Come on.
The thing is, I maximize my fly, so I'm always chilling. I'm the worst one you want to get into.
I will say that you're very laid back.
I'm the worst one you want to get into.
You're very laid back, chill, funny until it's time. But you do talk your shit, though.
Absolutely.
You do talk your shit.
When I was about 14, still not early starting drinking shit, but I was nice with the roasting. And this one guy kept saying, like, he was talking this shit. He was like, yo, leave that motherfucker alone. Leave him alone. And that's when I start smoking weed back then. And he was like, get him some smoke, let him go. And I start going in on this nigga. And he was like, I was like, yo, chill, because I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop.
So you're a goofy high. All right, hold off on that for a second. So the question I want to ask on,
well, hold up. Before you do that, we'll get back to Ann's question. The way I got into the DJ stuff in my name Blaak the Ninth Man, when I changed, I was known as Shorty Blaak for a number of years. I went through a really bad relationship and I stopped DJing. Yeah. I stopped DJing for like a year. Fucked me up.
She broke your heart?
No, she fucked me up. Mentally, it fucked me up. Well, I didn't want to do this shit no more.
So how many times have you had LL Cool J I Need Love on repeat?
Never.
Wow,
Never. Nah. You see, you gotta remember, this was in the
early 80s?
No, this wasn't even the 80s. We're talking about when I was Shorty Black, I was at my peak. So it wasn't no, this was like going into 2000.
Oh, this was
like going, this was literally going into 2000. So when that happened, I didn't want to do that shit no more. I was like, I'm chilling. And my brother, all purpose, your family, my brother, Pop Perp, saw me one day and we ran into each other on the strip. And he was like, yo, I just had a daughter. Just come through. And he was like, what's up, man? I'm like, I told him what I had going on. He was like, yo, man, you've been there for me since I was 6. This is what I'm doing. We running this way. So he pulled me. He was like, yo, we gonna get back. So what ended up happening is like, I was always there for Perp from the time he was a youngin' up until now he's a grown man with a daughter. So we rapping and I'm starting to come back down the way and talking. And he was like, yo, I'm with a crew. It's 8 of us. And I need you to bring what you do to the table. I was like, all right. So I was just pretty much sitting in those sessions, adding on studio sessions, change this, try this out. Yo, I got an idea for this. And I would be at every show.
So you like an executive producer?
Consultant.
Okay.
I was a consultant.
That's a good word.
I was a consultant.
That's a good word.
Okay.
So when people were like, well, who's that guy? Because if a DJ couldn't show, it was 2 DJs in a band. If one of the DJs couldn't, I was on my choir boy. I know all his parts. So I would fill in for whatever.
For those who don't know who choir boy is, that's not for the 5
heartbeats. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. 5 heartbeats. So I would fill in. So people would start seeing me all the time. And then when they were like, well, who's that? They'd be like, that's the Knife Man. And with me being God body, Purple thing was, we sat down one day in his crib and we just built everything around that. If you know Supreme Mathematics, the number 9 is born. And he started calling me Born, on top of me being born again in a sense. So he said, we're gonna strip the black, we'll strip the whole Shorty Black Day. And what it's gonna be is, I had already had the name Born. So it made sense. Knife Man come off the bench, Born. Yo, that's Black the Knife Man. So when people ask me like, what does the 9 stand for? I'm like, it stands for Born. Born Black, born free, born me. Born God, born me. So that's what the 9 stands for.
I like that, Nick. So you've been overseas. Cash Money Gang, right?
Not Cash Money, the group.
Yeah.
Not Cash Money.
Cash Money.
Let's make it clear.
Not put it for the people.
Not Cash Money.
Not Cash Money.
No
disrespect, no hot boys and all of that.
No. I'm my mentor, my DJ mentor is the legendary DJ Cash Money. For those who don't know, he's a Philly legend. He's won the DJ DMC, which is like the biggest battle ever. He's won it so many times that he could no longer to compete. It was just like he's the only DJ in the world with a gold set of Technique 1200 turntables, like solid gold turntables, plaques. He's still active to this day, still touring, but he was my mentor. I met him through a friend of mine, and when I met Cash, he was like, I'm on the phone playing records. And he's like, he started throwing wrong titles out over the phone on purpose just to see if I knew my shit. And then he was like, yo, where you live at? And I told him, he's gonna come to your house. And at this time, to me, DJ Cash Money's a celebrity. Like he's got records out. He's internationally known and all this stuff. So he pulls up my crib, comes in the house, and I'm in the basement trying to get my basement together. He comes upstairs and sits with my mom, and he watches all my children.
Oh, wow.
He sits there with my mom and watches the stories. And my mom was like, I like him. I like him. My pop was very protective of me. So when he met Cash, he allowed Cash to come upstairs. In my house, there was a room. It was called the Kurt spot. It was a man cave, but it was rounded with shelves of records.
Am I about to catch up? How old are you at this point?
At this point, I'm 15.
Okay.
I'm 15.
Okay.
I'm 15. It's like shelves of records. Everything is in alphabetical order, card catalog. Like my pop didn't play that shit. Like a thorough bookcase and a thorough bar. My pop was big on books, records, clothes, and liquor.
That's every man should be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That was his shit. So when he brought him upstairs to the room, he had a conversation with him. He was like, yo, just take care of my boy. And you can take anything out of my personal library to use for your music shit. My pop never let records out. He was like, my son is everything. I need you to make sure that he's good. I'm allowing you to make sure he's all right.
So you want to go on tour at this point?
This is before that. I didn't go on tour until like my early 30s. At this time, it was just about Cash having me close.
Mentee.
Right. You became my mentor at that point. So when he did that, he kept, and like I said, to this day, Cash has kept his promise. He's kept his promise. Like I met Cash when I was 15. I'll be 55. Cash has been that same OG mentor to this day.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? Like he'll tell you, he's like, I made a promise to that man's parents. And I will say never broke it. We've had our issues, but it's like big brother, little brother issues. You know what I'm saying? But he's always been solid. And he makes sure that he tells everybody that, like, I love that man's family.
Respect.
You know what I mean?
Respect.
Shout out to DJ Cash Money.
Word.
All right. So you said you started going on tour around like early 30s.
Early 30s.
So who were some of the people or some of the groups that you either opened up for or went on tour with? How was that?
My very first tour, it wasn't even it wasn't through Cash. It wasn't through Cash. It was through another legendary DJ from Winfield. My man DJ Scheme Richards. He came under the teachings of a guy named Groove the Most, who's also from Winfield. Groove the Most is very important because Groove the Most is who the Fresh Prince started out with. That was his first DJ. That was his first DJ. That was Groove the Most was his first DJ. If you peep his book, it's in his book. Groove the Most is Will Smith's first DJ. I knew Will because a girl I was dating named Monica.
She's out there, girl. And light skinned.
Very light skinned. Very light skinned.
Not so much.
I'm sorry, Sarah. I'm sorry, brother.
Thank you.
But Will Smith's sister and Veronica were very tight. But I knew Will back then. And he was dope as shit back then. He was always dope with the stories, but just a dope MC.
His dad had a word I stand back in the day, right?
Yes. Yes. But getting back to that was just add on. But Scheme called me. He couldn't do a gig because he had another overseas gig. He was like, yo, it's this dance group going to Germany.
Sure. Dang.
And at the time, I'm like, all right, Germany. Okay, let's go. I had to get the passport, the whole shit. And it was a B-boy group that was going to dance for these people, but they needed a DJ. Scheme's like, yo, get Black to do it. Black a beast with that shit. Official. So I'm going over there. I don't know these dancers. I don't know anybody. I'm going over there blind. So I went to St. Petersburg. At the time, this is the time of the soccer tournaments going on. So it's wild. It's really wild out there. I wasn't aware that prostitution was a thing in Germany. Like a real thing.
Or like,
What you about to tell?
Hold up. I'm getting there. There's money on the floor. We doing this today. There's money on the floor.
You the original passport bros.
So we're talking about, I get there and we go to a bar. So lady comes up, gives a menu. I'm thinking it's a drink menu. I don't know, I'm green, babe. So she gives us this menu. I get the menu and I'm looking. Oh, and I'm like, well, what's this?
I already know how to score.
And she like, this is what I charge to do whatever. I'm like, I don't do that back home. I'm not buying shit over here. Wildin', nah. I just want to drink. Can I get a Henny? Because back then I was Henny bull, heavy. And she looked, she snatched the menus and walked away. I'm like, cool. It's whatever.
So she had one.
Right. So back then, moving around in Germany, they're giving us the do's and don'ts. And I ended up getting cool with a lot of people who was on the b-boy joint there. And it was cool. It was a nice little run. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't really appreciate it. See, the things I couldn't eat over there because I don't eat pork. I messed around and ate some fruit, but I also couldn't drink the water, and I got sick. It wasn't until I got to Krakow, which is Poland. When I got to Krakow, I had a ball. My first night there, we did a show. They had a ball. I was like, yeah, let's go celebrate and go to a bar. Only thing I knew how to say was Jim Pivo. Jim Pivo means cold beer. That's all I knew. I asked the guy on the plane, like, how do you say cold beer? Just play it. He said, Jim Pivo. I was like, all right, cool. That's all I didn't know anyway. I'm a beer drinker. I don't give a fuck about nothing else. Jim Pivo. So we go in there, like, when you want Jim Pivo, Mighty Game is on. We go into this bar. It's a bunch of white cats in there. A couple women. I'm with the dancers. We're chilling. Everything is cool, but they looking at us. So the guy comes up and he's screaming, Jim Pivo, and pointing at me. And I'm like, all right, Jim Pivo, whatever. But he comes over and he was like, we saw your show tonight. It's amazing. His name was Michael, a guy named Michael. Short dude, stocky, all muscle. And started drinking. Now, their only references to us over here are movies. So at the time, the movie Philadelphia was out.
No,
Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks, right.
I mean, we know Tom Hanks is a star.
Right. But his whole thing was like, so he was like, so you heave. I'm like, heave. He was like, I was like, no. So they linked everything to what they see in the movies. And I was like, nah, I drink beer, bro. That's not a Philadelphia thing. So as we're talking throughout the night, we get really tight. We start hanging out, laughing. Told me they enjoyed the show. Then he pulls me to the side and says, I'm going to tell you, see, I like you. You're a good guy. He said, but I'm going to tell you, we're going to rob you.
Oh, shit.
Hold on.
Get up. He was like, they were going to rob us.
Okay.
They knew where our hotel was, everything. They knew where we were staying. The whole thing was to follow us back and jam us.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And he was like, but you're good people. We like you. And I didn't understand this. The first time thing was, oh shit, we got to fight. But his explanation was, Black American men come over here and take our women and take them back home.
And this was in the late 80s?
This was in the 90s. Actually, this was 2000s. I'm on tour now. I'm on tour now. So I understood it. But he was like, you're genuine? And he said, yo, I'm going to take you with me. I'm going to pick you up at the hotel. We're going to make sure you get back to your hotel. Okay. He said, and then tomorrow, I had an off day. He said, we're going to take you. I'm going to say, tomorrow you spend the day with me. And
you went well?
Yeah.
No, that's tough. That just go back to, like, yeah, you said, your pop just being a genuine person.
That part.
He was just like, yo, I like you, and you didn't want no pushback because I was ready for whatever. When he said we was gonna fuck y'all up, I'm like, well, I don't know about them,
But you ain't getting one of them.
but you're not going to get no win off of me. If you do, you're going to be like, yo, that little motherfucker get busy. So I linked up with him. I hung out with him. And I was like, what do you do? He was like, I'm a professional street fighter. So, like I said, this dude was all muscle. He was all muscle. It was a no-win. I'd have run with his homies. I wasn't going to do shit with him. I'd have this motherfucker with like a bike or a 2x4 or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But I went, well, we hung out and we went out early. He came pick me up from the hotel that morning at an off day.
Just you or
just me?
Too? Oh, yeah.
Because we had got a connection after that. So we hung out and he took me to this big park where everybody, you had some people who painted, you had some people who juggled. This dude's job is to go, he fed his family by fighting. So we went to this circle, take off his shirt. He just knocked motherfuckers out. Bop, 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 bop. That's all he did.
How many teeth he had?
He had all his jibs, man. He was good.
Yeah, the cauliflower here, though.
He had all his jibs, but he looked crazy. He knocking motherfuckers out left and right. He scoops up his money, said, go eat now.
That's love.
We went to go have lunch.
Love.
That's stuff you only hear about the movie.
Yeah,
We went to go have
that's
lunch.
love.
We went to go have lunch. I met his family, beautiful family. And they have this thing called a drunken dragon. It's a little statue. And he gave it to me. He said, if you ever come back to Krakow, you got a family, you got a friend for life. He made sure that when I left the hotel, we got to the airport, I got on the plane safely. I'm still cool with that dude to this day.
That's tough. Well,
You know what I'm saying?
So, question: when you was going overseas DJ, how much was the bag? I know it's the early 2000s, but
It's a nice bag.
it was a nice bag.
It's a nice bag. It was a very, very, very nice bag. I mean, for somebody who didn't have a name overseas, it was a nice bag. That was my first trip overseas was a very nice bag. The second time I went, I did a London tour. The London tour was through Puma. It was sponsored by Puma. So first thing I didn't know, I fucked up. I went over there and paid Air Force One. I ain't fucking know. I mean, shit. I had no idea. I go over there and we go to the Puma office.
And Air Forces.
Right. And her name was Helen. Shout out to Helen. She said, first things first, we gotta get those off your feet. I said, I didn't know. She was like, it's okay. She was like, downstairs, get whatever you want. So I grabbed like 2-3 pairs of sneaks. So Cash was like, the fuck you doing? You got mom, you got kids. You're gonna be out here for like 6 weeks. Load up. And I'm like, for real? He's like, dude, I got a meeting upstairs. Load up. He said, you come back home and mom Rita don't got no shit and I gotta hear it, I'm fucking you up on site.
So you had to ship that separately.
So this is what we did. Everything that I brought with me, I left there. Each hotel we would leave something. So it was me, Perk, Fat Nice, and because at the time we was my group 84. So it was me, Perk, Fat Nice, and Cash. It was just us 4. So we had one suitcase that just had merchandise, which if you're going overseas or you're touring, the main thing is to have merch. That's how you make your money.
Okay.
That's how you make your money.
Sponsorship.
Have your merchandise because that's your money. That's yours. Ain't got nothing to do with anything else. Has nothing to do with anybody else. That's your bread. Always have merchandise. So we had one suitcase with just merchandise and our regular stuff. So me and Perk would just leave shit and just take stuff over. Some shit we end up shipping back. But everything we had was exclusives.
That's what's up.
Like we had, like I had a pair of denim Adicio Pumas that never came out in the States. You know what I mean? So my sneaker game was crazy. All the kids had sneaks. My mom had sneaks, tennis dresses, everything, bags, everything. So each time we did something, we had we would pick something up. And on this particular tour, Akon was on this tour. Roy Ayers, MC Shan, Dougie Fresh was hosting. I forgot who else was on this tour. Bahamadia, Philly Legend was on this tour.
Mm-hmm.
The bag was nice, but we made more money. We were like the unknowns on the tour. Like we were open for Cash. Like Perk and Nice were like his hype men. And then we would go on there, we would perform, and I would back up Cash. So we get a nice little piece of change, but 5-star hotels, first class flying.
So it's the perks that really make
Right. That's what it really was. And then it was the experience. And at the time, I didn't have a work release. I didn't have a work permit, rather. And you have to have a work permit.
Mm-hmm. For more extended period.
Because if you do not have a work permit, they will stop you. And the first thing Cash said was, if they ask you what you're doing over here, vacation. Do not tell them you're working. Do not tell them you're performing. That's how Perk got jammed. Perk was a little hype one day and was talking too much. Kind of filled the ego. And God, the board was like, yo, you know what fuck I am? I just finished rocking for y'all motherfuckers. A word?
See no papers.
A word? Where your papers at?
Mm-mm-mm.
Ran through his luggage. Some weed in here too?
Oh, damn.
Sent this ass back to the last place we was at. So it was like, do we shut down the tour and go with Perk? But then it's money on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Perk was like, go do your
Is that what you got to do? All right. I'll be here. So, my bad, I cut you off. So, so far, we know that you've been to Germany and
Estonia, London, Poland, Krakow, Spain,
all over the world.
Amsterdam. Shit. Where else? It's one more. I cannot think right off the top. But this was the hotel I went to. I met Lloyd Banks. That nigga tall.
So what are you talking about? G on the way back?
Yeah.
Yeah, we in the 2000s right now, man.
Yeah. I got on the elevator, and he was on the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
And he looked down at my feet. I had the denim and VCO Pumas. He was like, yo, them they tough. And I'm looking, I'm like, yo, this nigga tall as shit. But he was cool. Real quiet, laid back dude. I was like, appreciate it. And kept it moving. That was in Spain. But I've been a few places, man.
Yeah, what's some names that we would know who you? Well, we know we young boys, but we got old.
Yeah, I mean,
what's some names that the people would know who you've really been on tour with, or that you opened up for DJs or whatever the case may be?
I opened up for Grandmaster Flash. I did the Wild Style first. I did the Wild Style Anniversary, which was like the biggest hip hop movie. Pete Rock, Alcoholics. A lot of people that I did open for, they probably wouldn't be familiar with, because it's like we talking about cats from the 90s. It's a lot of people. A lot of B-boy legends from my early era, like Busy B from Wild Style, Jeff, Jazzy Jeff, that is.
He on a first name basis, obviously.
Like it's a lot of folks. Common. I did a joint for Common in Philly. A group from LA called Dilated Peoples.
You know that.
They work with Kanye. We opened for them. Public Enemy.
There you go.
Public Enemy.
I was waiting, bro.
Public Enemy.
Damn, you take it forever.
That's what
I was trying to go to.
Public Enemy at the Electric Factory was like our biggest joint. That was our biggest. Well, the biggest one, because actually we only had 15 minutes to rock, and we ended up getting a little more time because we killed the crowd, and Chuck brought us back out. Who else? Black Sheep from the Native Tongues. I mean, it's a few people. Jill.
Julie from Philly, y'all.
We were supposed to do something with Mary, but it fell through.
Mary J. Black.
Yes, in Philly. Which was supposed to do, what is that spot on South Street?
What was it?
The TLA. The TLA. TLA. That fell through, but we got a chance to meet her. And this was late 90s Mary. This was
No disrespect. This was
Brown Liquor Mary.
yeah.
Brown Liquor Mary.
Drop it back.
Brown Liquor Mary.
Yeah. So
Full of sugar Mary.
So Mr. B, you know I always ask you this.
Okay.
Every time I come see you. But make a long story short, y'all, like he can DJ his ass off.
Thank you.
Everybody loves him, from Caucasian, Black, Mexican, Lincoln, old. He's that bull. So I always ask him, why you still play vinyl? And I see all these other DJs with the laptop mixing, doing everything else. Can I be like, what's the difference? Can you please let the people know why you still classic instead of the new school? And who carrying all these crates? All these,
this is the thing.
Yeah, all these records. Like, how you know what to play and everything?
This is the thing. I don't carry crates anymore. I usually have a record case. I usually have a record case that holds about maybe 150 records. And I carry maybe a bag or two. Now, that sounds crazy. But the reason why I'm king of overpacking is because I'll never run out of music. I got something for everybody in that venue. And I don't know nobody who's there. But I guarantee you I got something in my arsenal for everybody. Now, the thing with vinyl, it feels good. It feels original. It feels authentic. And the worst thing you'll get out of vinyl, it'll skip. That's it. I can come out of the skip. Programs freeze. What you gonna do if your shit freeze? You stuck. You stuck. Your shit crashed. You gotta wait to load up another joint. So now you got dead air, which is the worst thing you could ever have. Party over. You've lost them. Let's say roughly it's 11 o'clock. That's peak.
That's peak time, yeah.
You rocking, everything goes out. Now what? Stuck. Me? I got vinyl. I ain't never stuck. It's kind of like when people ask, how come you don't drive? I don't drive because
that's another conversation.
I don't drive because one, it was never a thing for me. It was never a thing. Like, I gotta have a car, I gotta drive. Nah, it's cool. I respect it. But I don't go through none of the stuff that y'all going through with cars, traffic, gas, shit breaking down, tires, maintenance. Yo, jump on the fucking trail, go sleep. And for me, I respect it, but it's just never been my thing.
That's that you're getting.
Right. I walk everywhere. If I can get on it, I can get on a train. Like, Uber was the best shit that ever happened. Uber, Lyft was the best shit that ever happened for me. But that goes back, I compare that to like vinyl. I compare that to being like analog over being digital. I'm analog all day. Now, I used to shit on technology like crazy. And the thing with me, the reason why I say shit on technology is because kind of like social media, technology has helped, but it's really hurt the DJ game. Because you got a lot of DJs that are really trash. They really trash. If you ever peep these videos, you see them DJing, right? But then the mix is here. You ever see this?
Yeah, you're doing that.
Now the knobs are top. They adjust the sound. And brother Justin, he would know if you turn a certain shit, the sound is going to be fucked up. You're not supposed to touch anything up top. You only adjust the sound to make it sound better. If you're doing all this, the sound should change, right? If you're in a club, the sound never changes. But they're doing this, touching, all this weird, touchy-feely shit. Now, the only thing you should be doing at the bottom of that mixer is dealing with the channels, channel 1 and 2, and the fader.
Hold on, Mr. B. I know some DJs that get busy, like Actually, if they claim
now, right. But my thing is, a lot of times when you see these computer program, add water, instant DJ, that's what you got now. It's a lot of posters rather, masquerading as DJs. They really not doing shit. They show up to these venues with already made a playlist with ready-made sets. With already ready-made sets, and they're just performing. They ain't doing shit up there. They're not doing nothing.
It's a few times.
Because if you see them doing all this,
15 minutes.
you can already predict what they're doing with vinyl. This is what me with vinyl. I play vinyl because I don't go to an event or a venue saying I'm gonna play this first. My records are never set up. Everything is a freestyle. Everything is based off the very first record that I play. This is why I get to venues maybe 2 hours, hour early. And I walk through the whole venue, shake hands, see who's running the spot, see what that person's drinking, see what the people want, check the people on the pool table. And I had an idea of my first record one day. And from there, I play according to what I say. You got to know how to read the room. These DJs don't read the room. They'll go into a venue and see that, okay, all these people in here, I'm just going to play all my good shit first. Then you run out of music. You stuck.
Okay.
Well, I got one more question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I know we touched on like a lot of like old school stuff, like late 80s, late 70s, all the way up to the 2000s. What is some, if you keep listening to, what's an artist now, or at least more new school that you either play or that you listen to that you can stand?
I'm going to be brutally honest. I don't play anything. No. I don't. And the reason why I say that it's not a diss.
That's enough.
It's really not. The reason why I don't is because my thing is, if I can't relate to it, I'm not going to enjoy playing. I'm there because it's money.
But you're there for the people.
But that's the thing. This is the thing. This is why I pick and choose. I've been in the game long enough where I pick and choose the gigs I'm gonna play. So when those gigs are presented, what I'll do is I'll call one of my homies up who I know that's their lane, and I'll pass that gig off. Because if I'm not going to enjoy myself, it's pointless. I already got a job. This is not supposed to be work for me.
So what if a promoter say, look, 500K, I need you to rock this crowd, but it gotta be this era. I'm gonna turn that 500K.
What I'm gonna do is this is what I'm gonna do.
They want you. They don't want nobody else.
It's the thing. If that promoter knows me, he knows how to present that to me. That's the difference.
I ain't got you turning that thing down.
Let me explain something to you. Hear me out.
I'll be the add water DJ.
Now, let me explain that to you. What I would do is, if that promoter knows me, they know me for what I do, he's not going to bring that gig to me. Now, if he presents it, what I'm going to do is, I'm like, all right, this is what I'm going to do. I'll be on the bill. I'm going to bring this person in who does that. And we're going to rock this event together. And I'm going to get a bag for spinning. And I'm going to get a bag for bringing somebody who's going to kill that side of what you need. That's business. I'm saying,
How they can fraud?
Yeah.
Because my thing is, listen, my thing is, I'm not gonna step in a lane that the one thing I don't do is I'm not gonna have a conversation about somebody with cars, and I don't know shit about cars. I don't know nothing. I don't know enough about this music to say, yo, I'm gonna take that. Because then I'm gonna make a fool of myself, and then my name is out there. My name, as Marlo said, my name is my name. I can't have something on my name and then I ruin it because I'm chasing a bag that I'm not even worthy of. Now it's a big bag. So what I'll do is I would still incorporate myself because I'm gonna bring one of my guys, my young guys who get busy like that, and we're gonna bring both worlds together, and you're gonna have the best time of your life because you heard everything.
Okay.
Well, that's tough. So, like, that's it. This is a good job, man. That's what people coming out, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna wrap this up on a good note, right? So, on the request of Big Sadie, right? We go and start playing games at the end of these episodes, right? So we got a good game.
Thank you.
But it's cool though. It's a good job, right? So you are a record historian. You went to the classics. That's your lane. So we decided to go and play Keep 3, Cut 5, right? So the objective of the game is we're going to give you album titles.
No, I'm gonna give him the artist.
All right.
I'm gonna give him the artist first, and then the ones that he keep, I'm gonna do it albums.
He's gonna give you 8 artists, right? So in order that you like them, you don't know which one's coming next. It could be worse than the first, could be better. You don't know. But when you hear the name, you either decide to keep it or cut it. All right, and then the ones you keep, you're gonna go off the album. Got it?
Got it.
All right.
It's gonna be interesting.
Are you ready?
Absolutely. Let's do it, man.
All right.
First one.
First one,
What we got?
DJ Jay-Z Jeff and the Fresh Prince.
Keep it or cut it. Mind you, you don't know who next. Legendary Z-Will. Philly legend.
Keep it.
Keep it. All right.
Okay. Steady B.
Absolutely.
You look funny?
Yeah.
Hell, you already. You only get one more to keep.
Okay. All right. You ready? KRS-One. You keep
Oh,
it?
now, this is the thing. Are we keeping KRS-One or are we keeping Boogie Down Productions? It's a difference.
I'm just going to artist, sir.
You KRS.
So I'm only saying because you're a group. You Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince.
All right.
That's what
we all know that he's the DJ, he's the rapper.
Right, the historian.
You know what I mean? All right, so how about this then? The Fresh Prince.
So we start over.
Yeah, we start.
over.
All right, the Fresh Prince. He gone?
And I love Will. I love Will, but no.
Okay.
Good.
I said steady B.
Mm-hmm.
Keep the steady bit.
Yeah.
KRS-One.
So keep the steady B, keep the KRS, cut Will, Fresh Prince.
Miles.
Ooh, steady guy. Well, I'm sorry. Keep an eye.
Oh no, let's
No.
I'll keep an eye then. I'm keeping an eye.
So you got 3. So you got steady B,
Yeah.
you got KRS-One, and you got Nas.
Yeah.
So far you cut Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
So who the other 4 he cut, Will?
Oof. Damn.
Just list off who you ever had. Because he can't keep no more.
Yeah, you cut off Jay-Z.
Damn.
I
Cut
know
off
you that.
Notorious B.I.G.
I know it.
Yeah, you cut off Tupac.
Damn.
Mhm.
Got one more.
And I was going to say my uncle. That's on death row right now. Cool.
Who see? Damn. You like that game? That was a good job.
That was a good job. That was a good job. You got me with see the way you did it. Yeah. But I mean, like, I'm a fan of Steady.
Right.
I'm a fan of Steady.
Right.
Like Steady, even with his situation,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a super fan and been a super fan like since day one. You know what I mean? Damn though. I kind of figured like,
Yeah, you don't know who
right.
on that list.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Tupac thing don't shake me too heavy.
You don't?
Nah.
Huh.
Nah. I get it. Tupac was a great poet, but he wasn't a lyricist to me.
Mm.
He wasn't a lyricist. He was a great poet. He don't got hip hop quotables. You know what I'm saying? Like the cats you name have lyrics that you can literally just quote, like right off the top. Jay got joints you can quote like that.
Mm-hmm.
KRS-One got joints you can quote just like that. Nas got joints you can quote just like that. Big, king of quotables.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. So I'm going to do a bonus.
Okay.
Because you know I'm an oldie kid.
Right.
So I'm going to do 4 oldie acts. Groups. I'm going to do them in groups. So you only keep 3.
You do 8 or you don't?
I'm going to do 4. So what is it like? You only keep 2 now?
Yeah, do 2.
All right.
2 out of 4.
You ready?
2 out of 4. That's
2 out of 4.
Yeah, I'm going to do 2 out of 4. Because we on the time frame, baby. You know what I mean? So I'm going to do 2 out of 4. You ready?
Yeah.
Heat wave.
Yeesh.
I'm gonna pass.
Oh, that's one. Heat wave.
Heat wave.
Pass.
The Osley brothers.
Keep the Osleys. Yeah, keep the Osleys.
You want to keep the Osleys?
Yeah.
You keeping the Osleys?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The Blue Notes.
Cut.
You cutting the Blue Notes?
Mm-hmm.
So who you keep? Who the last one?
The okay, that's easy. My bad.
This is good, man. I appreciate it.
See, I was I was waiting on.
What you putting on? Earth, Wind, and Fire?
That's my favorite
I was
group.
about to say he still got one more because he passed on Heat Wave.
Yeah.
You put out one more?
Yeah, he passed
There,
on Heat
The
Wave.
world fire.
there you go. Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
That's my favorite group.
So, Mr. B, this is our first podcast experience.
Mm-hmm.
He was definitely our first guest.
Appreciate it.
What game would you give to me and Cuzzo, on this episode in front of the people? And keep it real, cause you know me for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
You pretty much knew all of us for a long time.
Right.
Keep it a butt. What knowledge would you want to drop? What jokes would you want to give us?
Basically just be each other's crutches. Utilize your third eye. Dare to be different. Stay within the pocket of what you got right here because this is solid.
Right.
Don't chase anything that, if you have something that stands out about you, do not change who you are. I was hearing Ann say, like, but the glasses earlier, that's your thing. That's your thing. Because people won't expect that after a while.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Constantly switch up them topics.
Yeah. What's up?
Switch them topics up and just keep it thorough. You know what I mean? What I see with you guys is this ain't hard. And it's genuine what you're doing. And what y'all bring and how y'all bring it to the table is what makes it super dope.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all keeping it within the family. Keep it there.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that literally, like, y'all all doing this for one goal. Y'all all chasing the same goal.
Right.
At the end of the day, to build this to a point where this is how you get in your brand. But chase the dream. Don't chase the bag. The money gonna come.
That part right there.
Chase the dream. Stay focused on the dream. Tunnel vision. It's gonna be long road.
Right.
But y'all on the right road because y'all got a right team. And only if anybody is involved, if they don't have a distinctive gig, they don't need to be involved because hanger-ons don't do shit but take up space. And y'all can't do shit running in place.
You're right.
Wise words from a decent man.
Nah, just I've been around a minute.
And I respect that, Mr. Big.
Been around a minute.
I appreciate you coming to bless us.
I appreciate the time, man. And like I said, y'all have my bum boost. I'm good.
Oh, yeah,
take
listen,
it.
to our up and coming guests, we gonna take care of y'all. You know what I mean? We got y'all.
I was definitely this was amazing. This was amazing. I mean, I've done a lot of interviews, but this one I was really looking forward to doing because I'm doing it with my family.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the biggest thing. Like, this is family. And I'm big on family. And the fact that you two guys are doing this together and you got my baby girl spearheading things. This is beautiful, man. Come on, cut that
You
out.
said baby girl.
Right.
You said baby girl. Me.
Cut it out.
Big son.
Cut it out.
Big side in the building.
You know how I feel about my massage. Okay, that. But yeah, this is gonna be something amazing, and it's necessary for Philly because everybody pretty much is on the same thing. That chatty patty shit, the gossip thing, it gets old between the male bash and the female bash.
Right.
It's cool, but if that's all you got to talk about, it gets boring.
And that's what me and Cuz was on. We universal. Like, I mean, don't get into it. So we gonna have a couple right there.
No right there.
And it's the fact that it's entertaining and it's funny. And if anybody knows these two dudes, man, it's like it's the calm, it's the storm.
I like that.
It's the calm, it's the storm.
My man say, so
You know what I'm saying? And with Lil, like, you're always gonna get the open, outlandish, I don't give a fuck. But it's dope though.
Oh,
It's me.
You just reminded me.
It's
I'm
me.
your favorite cousin. I don't give a fuck about your opinion or your feelings.
That shit's so fucking dope. You know what I'm saying?
Turn my head around, man.
That's so fucking dope. But then you got Ant on the other side. It's just like, chilling. You chilling. You know what I'm saying? It's like the best of both worlds, literally. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I just see nothing but big things for you guys. Like when I walked in, I'm like, this is dope. And you got Brother Justin. Everything sounds good. We have to change up the mics and sit up. Like you got, it's literally, it's a professional situation and it looks good. Appreciate it. I appreciate y'all that. I'm proud of y'all, man.
Well, everybody,
Cheers.
everybody, this was an episode from exclusive episode from Yo Cuz Tell 5 podcast. Follow us on all platforms, y'all. Subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Follow us on the gram.
It's your favorite cousin, your boy Ed.
And this is your favorite cousin, Lil West Philly. And we got Soulful's own
Blaak Tha Life, man. For his best kept social secret, the Deep Creek Diabetic. Resident Funky President of Soulful, your mom, your girl, your baby mom, and everybody's favorite fucking DJ. Okay?
And we out of here. That's what he does. See y'all next time. Hey, that shit. Alexa, play me up.